Alrighty, so we're back with another off-season rebuild. This time we're going to be doing the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'm feeling like this is a team that I've already mentioned in the off-season that they're going to be very aggressive in the pitching market, looking for maybe some veterans, maybe a player they can try to control for the next 3-4 seasons, maybe even a top pitcher like Mad Bum or someone like a Dallas Keuchel. May not necessarily be top, but it'll definitely be an upgrade on what they currently have. And I like this move. I think that pitching is the biggest weakness of the Blue Jays, and if you give them some really solid pitching, they could be a really good team in a season or two. So with that being said, let's hop into this Blue Jays rebuild. If you enjoyed these videos and you want to see some more of them, hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content, and as always, in the comment section, let me know future video ideas you would like to see. If you missed last video, it's going to be on screen now. It's also going to be in the top corner. It was the Miami Marlins off-season rebuild. Go and give it a watch if you missed it. All social media links are down in the description below, and let me tell you guys, I got a new roster. We're gonna try it out, see what happens, see what you guys think. So let's hop into it. Let's get started with this Blue Jays rebuild. So the roster I'm gonna be using is by the username Quarterm. I think it's gonna be spelled up here, so you guys can search that, and I use the most recent one. There were a couple free agents that I was questioning that they should still be on teams, so I moved the free agents to the teams that they should be on, but everything else is pretty up to date for the most part. There are a couple changes that you need to fix, but for the most part, it's a pretty good one so far. So everything else is normal. So let me simulate the first year. We'll talk about the roster, and then we'll head into this offseason stuff. Alrighty, so we're heading into the offseason, starting to get into the actual part of this rebuild, the season one technically of this. So Clayton Richard retired. Okay, fair enough. Ichiro retired. So let's take a look at negotiations. Smoke, Buchholz, Ben Revere, and John Axford. I'd be okay with letting all three of them, or all four of them, walk, actually, because when you look at the roster, Justin Smoke, yeah, he can play first. Yeah, he looks like a decent hitter. It's just, I feel like we could get another first baseman that would do just as well. Rowdy Tellez is not a bad option as a first baseman either. If you give him multiple reps, maybe he turns into that starting first baseman. We still have Bichette. We got Drury, who I'm pretty sure is a free agent in real life. I don't think they brought him back. I think they non-tendered him. But for the team as a whole, it's not terrible. I definitely want to make some changes to it. I think Biggio should be a little bit higher overall. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe like kind of like where Bichette is, maybe a little bit lower, maybe like a 74 or something like that. But for the most part, pretty happy with the team. I don't think we need to make too many choices. This is the big, or too many changes or like choices on who to replace. This is the big area I want to improve on. Ken Giles is a name that's being thrown out and possibly being traded, but then when you look at the rest of the bullpen, it's not good. It's not good at all. And even the starters, I know in real life they only had one starter get over the 150 innings pitched throughout the year, and on top of that, they went through 21 different starters. That's a lot. That's a lot of like plugging and trying out different starters. We got to figure out this starting rotation, and I feel like if we spend some money, we definitely can get some good options. So we have a couple prospects in the farm system. We have a couple nice players that could come up and help us out as well. Maybe like a Billy McKinney could be a decent platoon option in the outfield instead of Jonathan Davis. We could trade some of these B potential players to get a little bit better, but I think the lineup for the most part is set. We just got to focus on boosting up that pitching. So we're going to move past all those exclusive negotiations. I'm not too interested in any of them. Arbitration wise, I feel like we could give Matt Shoemaker a shot. Just try him out maybe as a 3, 4, or 5 in the rotation. Everybody else will offer arbitration to, and then free agency. Ooh, there's some good options here. You know, I know Kyle Gibson went to the Rangers, so we'll pretend like he's still part of the Rangers organization. Michael Walker could be a decent one. He struggled a bit, but I'm thinking maybe like a Ryu could be good. A Strasburg, if we could somehow work that, because I haven't looked at the budget, but I have a feeling we're pretty good. So I'm thinking pitching is the big area to focus on. So let's hop into this offseason. I'll see you guys at the start of season 1. All right, to start our first official year, we're gonna be trading Jonathan Davis, Ryan Tepera, and Nick Kingham for Giovanni Gallegos. I think that might be the one trade I do to start after looking at the roster. Let's take a look and see if we need to make any others. So this is kind of what we're working with. I think we've made some okay signings, Steven Strasburg and Wade Miley being one of them. I do need to call up another starter, and we do have like Nate Pearson, who I'm actually going to move to AAA because I want to give him one more year of development before we call him up. So I think that means Shoemaker is going to be our 5th starter for the year. see how that goes. Should bump him up to at least a 78. That's respectable. We have Reed Foley. We have a couple other prospects down here who we could use in the future, so I'm kind of liking that. So will kind of look like this for the starting rotation and bullpen. You know, with the additions of Miley and Strasburg, I really like that. Barucki's right there. He didn't have too terrible of a year. 4.5 ERA is not great, but I definitely think he'll improve. Thornton, Shoemaker there. The bullpen could use a little bit of improvement as well. Will Harris as a setup guy is a great pickup. We just brought in Gallegos, so if Will Harris starts to decrease, we can always move Gallegos to the setup guy and then just work on improving the bullpen from there. We brought in Eric Sogard as a bench bat, maybe even a possible DH in the future, or just like an extra platoon player, but I'm going to leave the lineup as is. I decided to bring back Justin Smoke for one more season just to kind of hold the spot at first base or the DH, because we are lacking in lefty bats. We do have a couple on the bench, but we'll see. Randall Grichuk has a little bit of pop off the bat, 28 home runs, but he hit 230, so I might look for a little bit higher average, same kind of power hitter if we can find one that is a lefty as well, because I think that would help out the lineup, kind of balance it out, get a couple more lefties involved. Teoscar Hernandez is another player where it's like he's good, but maybe find someone else. But for now, season 1, let's see how it plays out, and then kind of build from what we have now. Alrighty, so we've hit the 80 win mark and we just started September, so we're actually in a good spot. I didn't think we'd be this good. As I say that, we're probably going to go on a bit of a losing streak or a pretty poor month, but I have a feeling we're in the running for a playoff spot, and winning 96 games, yeah, a wild card spot, taking on the Astros, which isn't a favorable matchup, but I'm pretty happy with it. Strasburg looks like he's going to be our ace for the future. Looks like he had a good season. Things are going well. But standings wise, we came second in the division, out 8 games out, and we're the 20th ranked team. So that goes to show you how you can be a low ranked team in MLB The Show. You just kind of have to have glitchy players, and you just have to have like just luck. It's all random. It's all crazy how this stuff turns out. We won the first place spot in the wild card as well. So, okay, I'll take that. Award winners, Trout and Max Muncy, MVP. Really? Okay. So let's take a look. Let's take a look, see how things went. Strasburg, phenomenal year. How did he not win Cy Young? Those are nutty numbers. Wade Miley as a number 2, not terrible. Definitely will take that. Barucki, okay, maybe he's our number 2. Trent Thornton, maybe the 4 or 5, maybe the 3. And then Shoemaker as a 5. I will take that all day. So I'm thinking we go Barucki 3 still. We let Wade Miley hold down the 2 spot. Gaviglio is probably not going to be our long-term solution at long reliever. Derek Law, not the greatest either. Gallegos was great. Keenan Middleton was solid. Mesa's looking good. So it's looking like, ooh, Will Harris, yikes. And then Ken Giles, yikes. Okay. I'm pretty sure he becomes a free agent this year, so I might look to replace Giles, maybe let Will Harris walk because I made it a club option, so we can turn him down, let him walk to free agency. We have Gallegos who could potentially move into that setup role, find a new closer, maybe just replace a couple pieces, and we're set in the bullpen. It looks like the bullpen's really turning up, same with the pitching staff. So Billy McKinney struggled. Luke Maley as a backup catcher, not terrible. Derek Fisher was okay. Eric Sogard's looking like a good platoon option. Kevin Biggio is probably not a leadoff hitter going forward, so it's looking like we're going to need to find a leadoff hitter. Bichette was solid. Vlad Jr.'s home runs and RBIs are up, but his average is down, so maybe we can hopefully see that average go up. Lourdes Gurriel, decent run production, but average is low. Rowdy Tellez, not terrible. Grichuk, same thing. Home runs and RBIs are high, but the average is low. Justin Smoke was decent. Teoscar Hernandez was decent. And our boy Danny, not too bad. Not too bad. So lineup-wise, I'm not really thinking we need to change anything. I think we just need to figure out the starting rotation. We have Nate Pearson, who I do want to give a shot to. Maybe, who does he replace, though? Thornton? Shoemaker? Does he just replace Shoemaker? We let Shoemaker walk. You know, we have Reed Foley coming up as well. Like, we have really good options. We have Elvis Luciano as well. So maybe we just let Pearson take over for the 5, leave the starting rotation as is, and just play with a couple options for the bullpen in free agency, and I think we should be good. So this is season 1. I normally don't quick manage this game, but I'm kind of interested to see how we do against the Blue Jays. So Strasburg, let's just, or how we do against the Astros as the Blue Jays. So let's see how this goes. So far, pretty quiet game. That's the first base runner of the day. I saw they have G-Man Choi. Runners on the corners for Bichette. He walks the bases loaded for Vlad. 2 runs. There we go. So looking at their lineup as well, it looks like G-Man and Salvador Perez are their 2 newest additions. So come on, Strasburg, get out of the inning. Still a 2-1 lead. Gotta love it. Bases loaded. Ooh, okay. Come on, get some more runs. More runs. Oh, that was huge. 7-1. I was not expecting this at all. Strasburg, I need you to, one more out. There we go. Gets out of the inning. 5th inning. Things are looking great. Heading into the 6th, even better. 7-2 ball game. 7-3 ball game. What I'll do is I'll take him out. I know he's been pitching really well, but let's be smart about it. Let's go Middleton. And can he get us out of it? Hopefully we'll go to a lefty because it's Alvarez. Okay, pitching change. Let's go to Gaviglio. Gets us the out. Perfect. 7th inning. It's crunch time, but it's 7-4. We need some more insurance runs for sure. Can he get the out? He does. 8th inning. Perfect. So here we go. Come on. 9th inning. We didn't get anything in that inning, which is unfortunate. Can I trust Giles to close the door? The double play was there. Whew, he does. He gets the job done. That's crazy. I was kind of getting worried, but taking on the Yankees now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Strasburg maybe here, and we'll go like that. And actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want him to go there. There we go. Whew. Yankees, Blue Jays. And facing elimination again. But again, it's a good series. We went up 2-0. Yankee Stadium. We got to win this. Shoemaker hasn't pitched. Barucki did well. Strasburg did well. Do we give it to Strasburg? Let's do it. Severino's on the mound for them. And that's a good start. A run in the first. Looking at their lineup, Danny Santana is a new bat for them. But outside of that, I think it's a pretty standard Yankees team. We got to get that run in, and we do, thank God. So 2-0. 2-0. Okay. We're getting the bat going. We have 7 hits. Double play ends that inning, though, unfortunately. And so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Oh, man. So 2-2. I was going to say I'm liking what I'm seeing, but of course, they get the run there. But, dang it. 3-2. We got to get that run back. Come on. We've had so many opportunities to do it. And unfortunately, we just haven't been able to. So I'm going to take my chance. He gets out of it. Boom. Through 6. He's only allowed 3 runs. Can we get that run back, though? Double play is not the way to do it. Let's go Gallegos. Runner was thrown out, but the run does come in to score anyway. So 4-2 ball game. We're down to our last 2 innings. That's a good place to have a runner. Scoring position, just wasn't able to take advantage of it. And this is it. Can we come back? Can we get that rally? A double's a good start. A strikeout, a pop-up, a single. Vlad, home run right here. And that's the season. That was a good run, though. That was a good run. 1 win away from the ALCS. I'll take that. So let's hop into the offseason. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Was not expecting us to go that far into the postseason. You know, I didn't think we were going to do that great. But, hey, we've maybe got some glitchy players that we can work with. I'm going to take the option for Wade Miley. You know, he wasn't terrible. Justin Smoke. Let's do it. Let's take that option as well and then let the rest go. I'm not really interested in Will Harris. He really struggled, and I have a feeling he's only going to get worse, so might as well let him go. I have a feeling we're going to see better closing options. I'm going to let Ken Giles go, and then Eric Sogard, if he'll take like a platoon option, 1 year, $4 million, I'm cool with that. That's what I'll work with there. And then let's keep moving forward. Let's get through this quick because I know that playoff run took a little bit longer than normal. I'm going to go. Law was okay. Wasn't great. So I'm going to go with these guys, not Shoemaker, because I do want to use Pearson instead. And then heading into free agency, the big area is closers. And do we go Doolittle? Doolittle's a good option. Hand is a good option. Yates is a good option. How's Daniel Winkler? He actually looks pretty good as well. So there's definitely a lot of money being spent in the bullpen this year. Alrighty, so I wanted to give Sean Reed-Foley a shot. I really did. Like his stats, they don't look terrible. It's just those walks and home runs per 9 are a little low. And comparing him to Nate Pearson's just a little bit better in those stats. So I'm going to give Nate Pearson the go at the starting pitching spot and then trade Sean Reed-Foley, Rowdy Tellez, and then Miguel Gerardo for Josh Bell. Rowdy Tellez is just not growing as fast as I would have hoped, and Josh Bell's a switch hitting at 97 overall first baseman. I feel like that's a little bit better of a pickup. I'm going to trade Derek Law for Sam Tuivailala. I know he was part of my like don't trade for list at the beginning of the year. I'm going to give him a shot. He had a good year last year. We'll see what happens. I always say that with him, and then he ends up letting me down. So hopefully he doesn't let me down this time. And then I think that might be it, because when you look at the squad, it looks solid. The pitching rotation, there's still some question marks. Wade Miley obviously is getting older, so he's going to decrease in rating. But Barucki should go up. Thornton should go up. Pearson should go up. We have Strasburg as our ace. The bullpen, really, this is my only question mark. Gaviglio. I trust everybody else in the bullpen. So yeah, I mean, that looks good. The lineup is getting really good. I might move Biggio down, but who do I move up? I don't really know. So that might just be how it looks for this year. Adding Josh Bell is a huge addition at first base. And then we would just need to look for a DH once Justin Smoke leaves us. If he does leave us, he's been pretty consistent for us. So I like the team. I'm liking where we're headed. Let's see how season 2 plays out. All right, so we're a little bit worse off than what we were last year, which makes me worried that we're not going to make the postseason. We just now hit the 80 win mark. And as you guys can see, I don't think we're going to. Oh, we snuck in as a wild card team. Okay, 84 and 78. Yeah, 14 games out in the division. We're ranked 13th. It's just we weren't as good as we were last year, and we only made it in by 1 game. So we're definitely going to have to make some changes. No league leaders, no awards. Let's see what happened. Strasburg, a little bit worse than last year. Actually, a lot worse than last year. So let's hope that doesn't continue. Barucki struggled a lot. Thornton was pretty good. Wade Miley was good. And Nate Pearson didn't pan out like I would have hoped. So it's definitely like we can trust Thornton. We can trust Wade Miley. But Barucki and Pearson need to be replaced. So maybe getting rid of Sean Reed-Foley was not the right move. Let's see how he did with the Pirates, because now I'm kind of intrigued to see how things went. I mean, he looks decent, but I think maybe we should have traded Pearson instead of Sean Reed-Foley and kept Sean Reed-Foley. So Gaviglio was okay. Meza did well. Middleton, yes. Tuivailala, solid. Gallegos really struggled. Holy cow. Morale, he wants to be the closer. Sorry, bud, you're not gonna be the closer when we have Brad Hand available. So pitching, starting rotation is the key. We need to develop that starting rotation. Do we have anybody in the farm system who could come up? We have a couple options. But let's take a look at the team. Kevin Biggio still not hitting the ball amazingly. Vlad, there we go. That's a Vlad season. Josh Bell, amazing. Gurriel, home runs and run production are there. Grichuk is still hitting about 30 home runs, which is good to see. Justin Smoke, Teoscar Hernandez, and Danny Jansen. So far, so good. I'm thinking if we can find someone like crazy good in center field, then we'll make a trade for that or in free agency. And then starting pitching for sure. So let's take on the Mariners. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully we don't lose. Last year we made a little bit of a run, but we'll see. Sogard's going to be our leadoff hitter as we face a lefty, though. So probably not the best person to put leadoff lefty. So looking at their lineup, Bart is the new name, and Jake Bowers. That's really about it. So far we're okay. Justice Sheffield on the mound for them. And we're kind of quiet offensively, which is a little bit of a worry because I figured offensively we would be pretty solid. But only 1 hit through 5. There we go. We got 2 now. And a double play ends us, really. So we're down 1-0. Still. Tie ball game thanks to Randall Grichuk, which is awesome. And Strasburg, I just need you to keep pitching well. Can we get a run here? No. Maybe. I don't think so. So Strasburg goes 8 innings, 1 run, ball. So that's solid. It's just we're tied heading into the 9th, which is what worries me. We're going to take out Strasburg. We're going to go lefty. Of course, he gets on. And then we'll play the matchups. We're going to go Winkler. Perfect. All right, that was a solid inning. Anything here? Come on. We're struggling. Of course, D. Gordon steals. Brad Hand, come in, do your job. Ooh, that was a little sketchy. I didn't like that at all. Come on, Teoscar. No. All right, Brad Hand goes 2. Probably shouldn't have done that, but we're in extra innings. We're in 12 innings right now. Come on, let's end it right here. We need it. Boom. There we go. I'll take that. Somehow the run scored, and it was meant to be a sac fly. 3 runs scored thanks to Josh Bell, and I'm thinking that's good enough right there. Boom. Awesome. Love to see it. We're advancing to the next round of the postseason. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Strasburg up a little bit, or I guess I should say down. We'll move him there, and then boom, boom, like that. We'll rock with that for the postseason. Hopefully that works out, and it does. We're going to the ALCS against the Astros, and I'm pretty sure we can have our like normal rotation going from now on. So the Astros were no match for us. We swept them, taking on the Braves. Okay. Let me tell you, I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting, maybe 4 or 5 games in the series, but not a straight, or I guess 5, 6 games in the series, but not a straight sweep. And then, okay. 1 game away from the World Series. Can we do it? Strasburg on the mound. Man, this is insane. Bases loaded, 1 out. We at least got a run. Grand slam, Teoscar Hernandez. And I was considering replacing you, but you're out here just taking over the game. Okay, then Vlad gets 2 more. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Can he do it again? That would have been nuts if he did. So they have, is that Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners in right field? They have Rendon. They've got a squad. Okay. So far so good though. We're just tallying on the runs. 8-0. It is Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners, the prospect. Austin Riley gets them on the board, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Another 3-run bomb, so it's 11-1. And okay, Strasburg's been pitching well. There we go. Okay, I was kind of worried it was going to get a little shaky there, but I'm going to let Strasburg keep going. He's been pitching well. Only 2 runs allowed. We're just tacking on more and more, so I'm happy to see that. That's a home run. Okay, so 12-4. We'll probably end it there for Strasburg. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take him out. We're gonna go to, let's go Biggio. He gets on, which is good. Sogard gets out, but then bases are loaded for Vlad. He gets out. Josh Bell gets out. Okay, 8th inning. We got quite a bit of lead. So Gallegos is gonna come in, and there we go. 9th inning. We'll let Gallegos go, and we're gonna take him out before it gets a little crazy. Tuivalala's gonna come in, and the Blue Jays win a World Series. Season 2. We still got 1 more year to go. Can we go back to back? Teoscar Hernandez, playoff MVP, and Vlad Jr. was the World Series MVP. Unreal. Let's take a look at the pitching. Wade Miley struggled a bit. Probably gonna look to like basically replace the whole starting rotation. Besides Barucki, I think Barucki was pretty. Nope, he was not. I don't know. I kind of feel like Strasburg's really the only one I can trust in the starting rotation. And then, the bullpen was solid for the most part. The lineup's looking really good. So I'm feeling like starting rotation only gets this team better. So let's head into the offseason, see what we can do. Contract came to an end. Luckily, they're like, hey, let's bring you back. You were really good. You won us a World Series. And let's keep going. So I'm going to let these 2 walk. I feel like we can find a really good DH, and I feel like we're going to really go like crazy in free agency for starting pitchers. So let's see what we can do. Free agency. We brought Syndergaard in last rebuild, so we're going to stick away from him. Do we go Kluber for a season? Do we go crazy, go Scherzer for a year? But it's looking like we're going to have to make some trades if we want some top pitching. So I might look to bring in 1 bullpen arm. Michael Lorenzen could be an option. And then I said I wanted a DH. So who could be a decent DH? Colton Wong would probably start. Anthony Rizzo wouldn't be terrible. Abreu wouldn't be bad. Miguel Sano. Hold on. Maybe move him to first. But we have Josh Bell, so I guess that doesn't make much sense. JD Martinez to play DH. Hold on. We've got some options. I do want to strengthen the starting pitching as well. Let's see what we can do heading into season 3. Alrighty, we're going for a crazy good pitcher in Jameson Taillon. I mean, the stats say it all. He's had a 2.79 ERA last year. We're trading Teoscar Hernandez, Derek Fisher, and Alex Manoah, who's a top prospect. So there's that. We're kind of taking everybody from the Pirates. And I still think we need another starting pitcher. So let's see what we can figure out. All right. Gabriel Moreno, Gaviglio, and Gallegos for Caleb Ferguson. I know I trade for him quite a bit, but there's not a lot of good lefties in the majors that you can trade for. So the thing is, we're kind of packed on the whole like pitching area. And now I'm kind of regretting it. So do we trade like Meza or Tuivalala and then Pannone for like another really good starter? All right, we're gonna trade for Brandon Woodruff. His stats look really good. He's had a couple of really solid seasons. And we're gonna trade Meza and Pearson. And you're probably thinking, why would you trade one of your higher rated pitchers? Well, that's because I'm crazy and I think it's gonna work. So Thornton last year had a 3.72 ERA, which is not bad at all. Pannone had a 3.1 ERA, which is not good. I don't know why that guy's in the majors. We'll throw him down to AA, you know. And we have a little bit of room to work with. That's because our lineup's looking a little empty. The thing is, we can't sign who I wanted to, and our budget's looking pretty slim. So we're gonna have to pull from our farm system, which is looking a little grim now since we've made a lot of trades. So I'm looking through it, and him, maybe Alford needs to come up. We'll do that. Apparently he's not part of the 40 man. Not too sure why, but we'll pull him up, and then I'll just show you guys the lineup and make everything work from there. So this is the team. It looks really good. Pitching looks solid as well. I think we're set for a very good year. Let's sim out season 3. Let's see if we can win another World Series. All right, so again, we're near the 80 win mark. Not as good as I would have hoped, especially with the team I think was ranked 6th in baseball. So it's kind of crazy how last year we were in the teens for rankings. We were like 16th or something like that, 18th. And then this year we were like 6th, and we will look, it looks like we're going to win 90 games, but it's crazy how at a certain point it looked kind of sketchy. It looks like we went through a pretty strong end of the season. And let's take a look, because standings wise, we finished 7 games behind the Yankees. We're the 3rd ranked team, like number 3. And we won the wild card by quite a bit. It doesn't help that we have the Yankees in the division as well. But it's crazy how just how random franchise is. You can be one of the best teams in baseball. It doesn't guarantee that you're making the postseason. And I guess that's kind of how real life is too. But, you know, you kind of expect better. So Jameson Taillon was amazing. It looks like he was kind of one of those players that really helped the push to make the postseason. Steven Strasburg had a solid year, so I'm glad that we picked him up. Woodruff was solid as well. And then Thornton and Pannone. So Pannone's probably going to be our 4. Thornton is our 5. That's actually a pretty strong starting rotation. Pretty happy with that. Barucki's there. Lorenzen was good. Ferguson was so solid. Middleton had his worst year since we picked him up. Tuivalala was actually really good, which is good. Winkler struggled, and Brad Hand was actually really solid. 51 saves. Love to see it. So let's take a look at this lineup, see how the bench did. McKinney was good. Maley was good. And this was a guy I picked up in free agency. You can see he played for the Reds last season, but we picked him up. He actually looks decent. See potential, second base, third base. And just for a 1-year deal, wasn't terrible. So D. Gordon as our new leadoff guy did well, 270. Marte was decent. I was hoping a little bit better in terms of average. That's kind of why I picked him up, but I'll take it for sure. Josh Bell is amazing. Vlad had probably his worst year since we started this, which is disappointing. Bichette was decent. Grichuk, again, there's 30 home runs, low average. Biggio is getting better, which is good to see. Gurriel was pretty consistent, and then Jansen. So everyone, actually Jansen had a rough year. Yikes. Might have to look for a new catcher, which we should have Reese McGuire down here, who could potentially take over if we were to continue this. So still really happy with the way things went. And last year we were a postseason team that made the wild card. We've actually been a wild card team every single year. It's just that we've made the postseason, but this might be the end. 3-0 in the first. Jeez. All right, so there's one. Grichuk has been kind of a home run hitter for us. He delivers, but it's 5-1. And this might be the year we get knocked out in the wild card game, unless we get a little bit of a offensive threat towards the end. So 5-3. I'm still kind of, what's going on here? I'm just confused. It's 7-3. Lizardo's like pitching well. Tyone's struggling, which sucks. I mean, the team doesn't look that great. Yeah, Semion's there, Conforto's there, Chapman, Laureano, Olsen. Like, it's a decent squad, but we're getting absolutely thrashed. What is going on? 8-3. Man, this might be it. Unless we get some crazy good offense right here. That was huge. Okay, I need a 1-2-3 inning. All right, this is the inning. We can do it. This is it. I'm feeling it. First and second, no outs. The double play hurts a lot. Like, actually, it hurts. And all right, Lorenzen, you're done. Tuivalala, just get the out. 2 runs, man. Really? Get the run in. All right, there's the run. D. Gordon, can you slap it? Runner was thrown out. No. Oh, that hurts. That 13-7. I think that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, our run has ended. Really? 14-7. And like, we had 14 hits. It's just we weren't able to score those runs, which is disappointing. I like the team. D. Gordon will become a free agent. Starling Marte will become a free agent, so you'll have some money to work with there. You still have Bell, Guerrero, Bichette. Grichuk is solid. Biggio's been getting better. Gurriel's still there. So, like, you got a squad. You got some pitching. Like, obviously, it looked like it was pretty solid. Couple names you can move, but I feel like this team is set for the future still, and I really enjoyed this rebuild. We turned this Blue Jays team into a World Series winner. 3 years, made the playoffs. 3 years, right? We made the playoffs. We snuck in there somehow as a wild card team every single year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this rebuild. If you did, the thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And in the comment section, let me know which team to do next. That's going to end it, guys. And you know the drill. There's going to be 2 videos on screen. One of them is going to be one that YouTube recommends you check out. And the other one is going to be my most recent upload. Go and give them a watch if you've missed out on any of those. That's going to be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.